everyone, Soundwave84 here with our Transformers Legacy United review. And there's you take a look at Cyberverse Universe, Windblade. Say that 3 times fast. And here is a look at the packaging. Nice artwork here of the jet mode. Turn this out, we get the head and then the robot mode here. Turn it back, 16 steps, get you all the way around. Again, they jettison that Evo fusion crap. Comes with a like blazing sword. 40 years Transformers. And here we get the artwork on the side. 40 years Transformers again. Top. Some of the stuff I had to cut popped out bottom. Alright, so bringing in the figure Windblade. It's a nice looking figure. I can't find the old Windblade I had, my original, because they made a version. I want to say it was Thrilling 30, but I could be totally wrong with that, but I think it was around that point. And then I know they did a Titans Return version, which I never got. And of course, I did Cyberverse version, which I guess this is based on, which I never bought as well. I've only bought that one Windblade. Back then I did buy the Cyberverse versions, but I gave them to my twin daughters, and I have no idea where those figures are now, because it has been years. And I just remember them being decent versions of this character. And if I could find my old one, you know, I could do some comparisons, but like I said, I can't find it. It might be in a tub somewhere in storage or something, because it's not here on my shelves or with my Transformers in this collection. Hell, I could have sold the damn thing. I have no idea. But this is the figure. It is a lovely looking figure. Now, when you get this figure, 2 things come in the tissue paper. So, well, I guess you count me as 3. All right, you get this blade right here. It has like an Energon blade or something. If it's based on Cyberverse, I really don't know, because I didn't watch those cartoons. I did see a few of them, but I didn't watch them like religiously or anything. Just, it was on YouTube. Why not, or something like that. So this is the Energon blade. Put in your hands, and also this little yellow piece on the back is separate in the tissue paper as well. So it just tabs into the back of her head. Now you also can take this out of her head. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do this on camera, because, you know, things never work on camera for me. Okay, I had to do that off camera. It comes out of her head. It stays in pretty well. It snaps in pretty good. You see my little fingers here. Now, she can hold this in her hands. You see there's a little line groove. That's her feet. Line grooves in here. So you can actually stick this in her hand. Like so. And then that way she can like fan herself and stuff. She's like, I don't know. Alright, so that goes there, but also it just comes out. You see there's a big slot here, tab here. It goes back in her head. Oh shit! Okay. Man, I'm gonna tear that finger up today. So it goes back in her head. And to me, that's where I'm going to leave it. That's where it's going to stay. I'm not going to take it out and put it in her hand. You take her sword here, and you're going to pop the sucker in her hand. And I like that she actually is molded with open hands. They used to do that a while, probably around the Thrilling 30s. I think they had a lot of Transformers. They actually molded most of them with open fists, which I actually really did like. So that goes in her hand here. And holds her blazing sword. You can 2-fist this thing. She likes using 2 hands for her big sword. Put it here, and then she can hold it in both hands. And she just have a peg hole back here, so you have a stand. All that I have available is this one that came with, I think, that Soundwave from the movies, the satellite one. Yeah, you just plug that right in her ass, like that. And you go, if you want to pose her like she's jumping and stuff, she's got some pretty tight hip joints here. And, you know, she's like, ah, you got a blazing sword. I'll slice you in half. So if you got some kind of, like, stand, you can use her and have her holding her sword and everything. So she's got some good articulation there and enable the ability to hold her sword. So that's her accessories. Let's do a quick robot mode comparisons. Alright, next to the Dying Bros, we got Dying Ironhide, Dying Prowl. And next to Ariel from the War Dawn 2-pack with Dion. Or Dion. Alright, articulation on the figure head. You got good up. Really no down. 360 this. Bad chick around. Maybe not. There we go. Waist articulation. 360 all the way around. Wings are, you know, posable. You can move them all around. You get different kind of poses out of the wings. Get some expression poses out of that. Oh, I forgot to up her shoulders here from transformation. Her shoulders actually go up. Shoulders that way. 360 around. I mean, I guess you can. You just gotta maneuver her arms differently to get around her back wings. Upper bicep swivels, 90-degree elbow bends. You actually get some wrist swivels as well. They're on a mushroom peg, so you can 360 your wrist all the way around. Upper thigh swivels here, kick to there, forward, kick back all the way, hit the backpack, knee bends, about 90 degrees. And then you get some massive ankle tilts going on here. And you can sort of tap it backwards because of transformation, but you get this little wing piece here. It gets a little annoying trying to get her to pose right with her feet sometimes. So that is your articulation here on Windblade. Alright, so let's transform Windblade. Very simple. First, we're going to remove the sword from her hand. Straighten her all up. We're going to take these shoulder pieces, they actually come down, snap. Under her backpack, this piece here, I'm going to fold the nose cone down. And then we're going to open this up and bring the wings, or this part, to the sides here. Take her wings, you want to bring them down. And then you're going to take this here, and you're going to bring this up. It actually tabs. There's a slot right here in the red. It goes on this little tab back here. And this is going to come up, and it's on these little hinges. There's these two tabs here, these slots right here in the black part. You're going to hinge this up, over, around, and you're going to bring it down and tab it in to her shoulders. Now you're going to take this here. We want to maneuver these out. Things on this side, bring that out and down. It's going to help form the nose cone in the front of the jet. Do that, and then we're going to close this up and around. You see all the tabs. We're just going to tab right on in. And that gets the front of the jet mode done. Now we're going to come down to the legs. First thing we're going to do, we're going to 180 the waist around like this. And you see the tabs on the legs. Tab those suckers in. This little tail piece here we're also tabbing. Now, we can wait on the tabbing in if you want to store her sword in jet mode. They actually can store down here on the legs. We'll show that off in a minute. First, we'll just do the transformation as is. Tab that in. We're going to fold the feet down like this. This little piece here in the middle is going to come up like this. Doing so might bring the feet back up, but just put them suckers right back down. Little ones here on the side. Bring those up. Now these pieces here, we're going to open these up. Oh, got no nails. We'll just use that. Bring that up. Sort of combiners war style. So we're going to bring these up. As you do that, you want to separate, make sure these parts stay down. And some of this one pieces here, these are going to come up and over and go in. And these here, these little slots are going to arrive these little tabs down here. So we'll bring that up and you'll tap those in down here. Bring the feet. Now you bring the wings down. There's this little tab here. It's going to hook right over that. And the hands here are going to go hold on to these little pegs down here. That locks the hands in place like that. Then you come up here. This is where the landing gear is. You'll bring this down. Got it. I shouldn't cut my fingernails so short. Oh my god. Alright, got it. Bring that down like this. There you go. Windblade transformed into her jet mode. Now you can store her sword back here between her legs. Alright. Also, these down here, you can actually support blast effects in these if you want to do that. But if you want to store the sword, you're going to have to do a slight untabbing. So we're going to move these off here. Untab legs slightly. Take the sword. You see there's these little clear tabs here. We're going to put that in. There's little peg holes here. So you just want to get that in the peg holes. And just peg that in. And just close it all back up. Lock this back down. And you can store a sword right here on the back side of the jet mode. So Windblade, jet mode. These pieces here also kind of turn. So you can have these facing different ways. If you so want to do that. So when she's in robot mode, you can flip that around so you can have the silver part facing the front of the robot, or leave it to where the black part is. So the wheel, of course, solid plastic, does not spin because there's no actual wheels here, just these little triangles to support her weight on the back so she's not all wobbly. She is level. The cockpit is made of this transparent plastic. It does not open, but there are some seats and stuff molded on the inside, which is nice. It does have a fat front here. Head on like this, not so bad. Up here, it just looks a little awkward to me. More on the side. Visible hand syndrome going on right here. Again, you're not really going to notice it too well. My only problem in this mode here really is these. I want to stay tabbed in right here, especially this little piece. Otherwise, jet mode, not too bad. Some quick comparisons here. I'll bring in Legacy Bombshell. We got Wavemate Chase. Bring in Medics. And how about Trash Master? I don't have any jets readily available to compare to, but I do have Alpha Bravo from Combiner Wars. So you can see how she looks here next to this helicopter. I think that's scaling, they scale about the same size here in a vehicle mode. Alright, so final thoughts here on Cyberverse Universe Windblade from Transformers Legacy United. Mouthful again. Not a bad figure. She's very solid, I would say, in both modes. Joints are well done and tight. Sculpting on the head, everything is nice. She looks fairly good. The colors, the blues against the reds, the blacks, silvers, everything's nice. The jet mode is sort of probably my biggest letdown. I don't know, it just feels too fat looking down with this being too skinny. But head on like this, I think it looks perfectly fine. Otherwise, I really have no complaints on this figure. I guess the biggest complaint on any figures nowadays is just cost. $25, and you don't feel like you're really getting that much more than you got, say, in Combiner Wars when the figures are like 12 to 15 bucks. You know, you are getting a little more articulation out of this figure, though. So I guess the engineering is what is causing the price to go up a little bit, because you're getting a little more engineering. Of course, the cost of the plastics and all that, the inflation is what's got it going higher. But you do get a little more engineering out of these guys here. I mean, thanks for watching. Until the next ones. Peace out.